Hello, my name is Karen Maroli. I'm the Director of Music Ministries at Central United Methodist Church in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Welcome to Music Monday. Today's piece is a piece that I wrote a little over a year ago as a way of contending with some of the constraints that COVID-19 has put on musicians, and worship experiences just everywhere across the country. Our reading this week that we were using was the famous "Come unto me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." We're doing this as part of a sermon series that shows what are 4 compass points in our model of how we think that we are a church and how those compass points help us to navigate through the world. So with this first reading being that, if you have a place to go to, that we all have a place to go to, a source, a person that is that rest, so that we can regenerate ourselves and go forth and be of service in the world. So that was the first compass point that was preached on this week as part of the sermon series. So that's why that was the gospel reading for today. About a year ago, a little over a year ago, it was the gospel reading as part of the lectionary. So I wrote this piece that could be done as a solo, a cappella, which is actually the way I did it in our parking lot service, just as a little snippet call to worship this week. It could be done as a duet, it could be done as a trio, accompanied, unaccompanied. It could also be done in a manner that we call aleatoric, which means that things happen by chance and they don't all have to happen at the same time. This is a benefit if you have multiple singers that maybe had to be very far spaced from each other to keep the distance. So the time concerns that go into that of people not being able together actually are a strength in this particular case, because things just kind of ebb and flow, and they don't have to be together or in sync as you normally would want a choir to do. So it's an example of ways that the pandemic actually has influenced music making and new composition. So I wanted to share this with you this week in case you also are heavy laden and in need of rest. Come unto me.
Come unto me, come unto me, and I will give you rest. For my yoke is easy, my yoke is easy, my burden is light.
So this week, as we go forward, just a little reminder that we probably all are experiencing a lot of fatigue right now. And if you don't take care of yourself, you can't really be much good for anyone else. You can't be that light in the world, that servant leader that is best for us to be when we are going forth as people of faith. So remember to take a little time for yourself. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time.